I love it. Come on, the Pirates. Come on, FC Bullard. We're on our way to Wembley. We're on our way to Wembley.
Tonight I celebrate my love for you.
That'll do you.
That was
I won't be singing.
I don't know. I only know the first line of that song. How are you, mate?
John?
We are back.
It's a pleasure to see you, son.
And you?
Thank you.
Very official.
I love you. How you been anyway? Talk to me. We're back together now.
We're back.
What are we doing here in my pub, the One Bell?
The One Bell. Just tell us a little bit about the One Bell, Jim.
Well, first of all, the pub. This is my pub. I've had it 16 years. And a lot of people say, what's the best thing you bought? And this is one of the best things I've ever bought. Me and my dad, loads of memories. Dad's been a publican all his life. And we're in the middle of South East London. I got brought up 2 minutes down the road. I went to school 5 minutes that way. And this is... Hi, Dan. It's one of the bus staff. And this is what me and Dad call our little baby.
Yeah.
And we love it. And we've had some good nights in here, John. You probably don't remember a lot of it. On your Whispering Angel.
Yeah.
Why are we actually here, John?
Well,
Could
Jim,
you give us the...
Yeah. So
the
today
basics?
we are officially launching. Actually, not launching. We are officially starting to build a brand new football club.
Okay.
Which goes by the name of FC Bullard.
Okay. FC Bullard is the official name.
Obviously,
Well,
I thought we were.
well, you never played. I did. Does that matter?
Well, I wouldn't say I never played. I didn't play Prem.
Didn't play in the Prem.
I didn't make an England squad. But
FC,
FC
Bullard.
So FC Bullard. So what we are going to do is we are going to start from scratch and we are going to create a football club.
Okay.
And it's a virtual football club at the minute, but who knows, in the future, it could become...
With real players?
In the future, it could become a living, breathing thing, you know, and with a ground and a shop and shirts that people buy and bring revenue in for...
Kitman manager?
For me and you. Yeah, the whole
Staff?
thing. The whole thing, yeah. Whole kit and caboodle. But at the moment, it's just a virtual thing.
All right. I love the concept. I've got a lot of questions.
Well,
I've got, like, a serious lot of questions.
Well, hopefully I can answer a few of them, but I won't be able to answer all of them. That's where we need the listeners to get involved and be a part of this. Like every football club needs its fans. You got no fans.
Fans? We have got no fans.
We have got no fans.
So, okay.
So the listeners...
I see right, okay. Who wants to be our first fan?
We're off and running.
Okay. Okay, I got it. I like it. I'm intrigued to hell. My mind's going...
So we can reach out to the fans and they can help us. We'll ask questions. They can give us information and
they're going to come on?
And they've got to be loyal supporters or they've got to be loyal fans.
Oh, yeah.
Which means basically they've got to listen to the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. Home and away.
Okay. And where are we going to start this then?
Well, actually, Jim, if you listen closely, that's not a pint being pulled or someone changing the barrel. It's the FC Bullard fax machine whirring into action.
All right.
Let's go and pull off the fax and have a little cheeky brew, and we'll make a plan. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sound like a plan. High five?
Yeah.
No, thank you. Right, Jim. I got the fax.
Okay. Has it come through?
It's come through on this very handy clipboard. No expense spared Setting up a club. This is official, actually. This is the official amateur FA charter. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's a good...
All right.
It's a good 10, 12 pages.
So where does it say start?
Stage 1 is agreeing a name for your club. You will not be allowed to have a name that is similar to one that already exists. It's recommended to have several different names in mind before you contact the county FA office. Now, I think we've established it's called FC Bullard. Yeah. Otherwise, everything we've done to this point would be redundant. So, are we happy with that? I mean, you're ecstatic with that. I'm less so.
Yeah, but I think there also has to be a name. Like let's take Martin, for example. West Ham.
Yeah.
But they're also called the Hammers.
Yeah.
they've got like a side name, let's say, right?
A nickname, I think you call it, Jim.
Yep. I'm not having this all the way through.
A side name? So
a nickname.
Yeah.
The Hammers. And this is where I have got an abundance of notes.
Oh. All right.
Right.
Hang on.
I've actually got, right,
Notes.
listen to this. Right. I worked with John Fenley at Soccer AM for 6 years, and I've got more notes in here than I did do for Soccer AM for 6 years. That's how much I've bought into this.
Well, I love that. I love that.
And I don't want you to laugh at me.
I won't.
When I say that.
I haven't done it in the last 6 years.
And I thought, right, for a nickname, not a side name, FC Bullard, we're going to be the thieves of the football world, right? We're going to be the thieves. Like, just think about it. Just think.
Hang on. Yeah, all right.
Just think
Everything
about
for
this.
a reason, Jim.
Yeah. So we're the underdogs. We are the underdogs. We come from fuck all, basically.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Sorry, gone deep. So this is where my mind went.
Yeah, all right.
No one likes us.
Oh, hang on.
No one knows us.
Someone's already got that.
No one. Yeah, that's Millwall, but I didn't go to the back end bit. No one likes us. We don't care. I didn't use that. No one likes us. No one knows about us. But we are the Pirates. The reason why we're the Pirates, we're the thieves. We're the thieves. We're the thieves of football. We are the thieves of football. That's why I bought into this nickname.
Thieves.
The thieves. So
I like the Pirates.
But what do pirates do at sea? They thieve. We thieve the 3 points. They come to our domain and we thieve them of the points. Right? I knew he was going to laugh. I knew.
Look.
And there's no other team in the UK called the Pirates. And I really liked it. But.
I think there is.
No, there isn't.
Isn't there?
No, not in the UK. There is in America. And the reason why I like the Pirates, you've got to listen to my whole backlog story.
Yeah, go on then.
No, I don't want to hit you with it yet, because this is the reason it comes into the reason why the kit looks like it does.
Hang on. Have you gone? Are you ahead of?
I've gone.
All right.
I've gone. Just bear with me.
Yeah, stick with a nickname.
I'm only putting it out there because it's a joint effort, and it ain't just down to me.
Doesn't sound like it.
No. But I really think you should look into this, and I've even got a quote for the Pirates. What's theirs is ours.
What's theirs is ours.
Ours. So when they come to our ground, what's theirs, that shirt you have on your back, is ours. Them points that we're playing for, they're fucking ours.
Can you say, when they come to our manor, Jim?
When they come to our manor, you're ours. We own you.
Ooh-ar.
What? Hey, I like it. So I really like that.
Jim,
go on.
Just a small point of contention here.
Yeah.
With regards to your side name, Bristol Rovers. Rob, the producer, has just pointed out, and do you know what? I did have a little nagging doubt, and obviously
I googled it yesterday.
He googled it yesterday.
I did Google it.
He's made 6 pages of notes, and
7 actually.
We can't have that, Jim. I mean, and the thing is, you've really gone to town on the backstory as well, which I feel for you.
Just because who is it?
Bristol Rovers.
Just because Bristol Rovers have the name the Pirates, I'm not having. There's surely got to be a little bit of play here. I really like it, John. Do you not like it? Because you're giving me the face. No, you hate it.
I liked it. I liked your thought process.
I love it.
I like the.
I don't like it. I love it. I've really sat.
I like the underdog story. I like that.
The Thieves of the Sea.
Yeah. But we're basically taking a nickname of a very well-established football club.
Okay.
I mean, if we say it's our side name, we'll be all right. Because no one's,
no, but
as far as I know, has a side name.
Okay.
Look,
I like it.
Why don't we?
Can we just park it up?
Absolutely. Let's circle back, as they say.
Okay.
Let's take
I've
that
gone into
offline.
one there because that was the front page of my notes. FC Bullard, the Pirates. What's yours is ours. Ha ha. That's what I had.
Now, I'm assuming in your head that you'd probably, because you've got the nickname, you were probably thinking that the badge might involve some kind of
I was.
seafaring.
So, the badge.
Yep.
Are we going to go for, like when you say a badge, are we looking at a badge on the shirt, an embroidered badge, or are we looking at a logo?
Well, I think...
Because when you look into football badges, as I've shown here, that's more of a logo, a crest.
Yeah.
That isn't just used on a shirt. This is going to be a badge everywhere on our stadium, right? Am I right?
2 words for you.
Go on.
It needs to be multi-purpose. That's 5 words, but I'm saying multi-purpose is what I'm getting at.
Multi-purpose badge. This is awesome.
It needs to work on a shirt. It needs to work as a logo on the stadium. Living, breathing.
Right. This
logo.
is where you've killed me.
Oh.
Because I can only work on a badge, and we can only work on a badge when we know the name.
FC Bullard. I think we've established that.
Okay, but then the problem is, it's okay you laughing and taking the piss, right? And this ain't going to be what the podcast is about, you taking the piss out of my ideas, by the way, just so you fucking know. I'm not up for this. So I want a little bit of well done to you.
No,
yeah?
no, it's good. Where's my brew?
So there's no Real Madrid in this.
No. There's no text.
There's no text, right? So we roughly, it can't just be FC Bullard. Well, it can be FC Bullard. West Ham have the Hammers. Millwall have the Lion. Bristol Rovers, I take it, have the Pirates because you nicked my idea. But are we going to bring our nickname in with the crest? Is it going to be letters? Is it going to be a lion? Is it going to be a flag? Is it going to be a person? We've got all these questions. It's not easy.
No,
my head went into a dark place last night.
There's a whole episode to be had here on crests, badges, logos,
I think it's more than an
etc.
episode.
Maybe 2 episodes.
Maybe 3.
Steady.
I'm telling you.
All right.
Because you've got a serious amount of detail. Like, this ain't no shit football club. If I'm going to do it, I'm doing it properly. I want a top designer to come in and help us.
The obvious thing, would be to go with your nickname or your side name, the Bulldog.
I know.
But that feels a bit Route 1, a bit rooty.
In your words, very rooty. Very long ball.
Yeah.
And by the way, if we're going to talk about styles, long ball is not the way.
No.
We're not launching, but we'll get onto that later. It's Route 1, the Bulldog. I didn't want to come here with a note saying the Bulldog, because you're going to ruin me. Rob's definitely going to ruin me, and it's just rooty.
I just think we're better than that. And okay. I think the listeners
That's
are better
why I went with Pirates.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, we've parked that up. We've
all of my notes are based around the Pirates.
We've weighed anchor on the Pirate.
You've weighed what?
We've weighed anchor.
I'm a what? Okay. It's killed a little bit my notes.
Of course, I get it. But Jim, look, we're starting a football club here. Yeah, it's not going to all be smashed out in one episode, is it?
No.
Because we need to drag the life out of this for as long. We need to ride this gravy train, yeah? So, baby steps. Actually, Jim, that leads us nicely on to stage 2 of setting up a football club. And stage 2 is members and club rules. A general meeting of all the intended members of our new club should be called. A chairman, secretary and treasurer should be elected, together with other persons to form a management committee.
Wow.
Right,
okay.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to be chairman.
What do they call it abroad? President.
El Presidente?
I want to be a president.
Yeah.
I think chairman sounds a little bit old-fashioned.
Colloquial. Yeah, you want to sound a little bit more...
Like, we're like...
A bit more cosmopolitan, don't you? A bit more
forward-thinking.
Not
I am the president of FC Bullard. That's what I am. That's my title. The president of FC Bullard.
You're like Laporta, aren't you? That's who you want to be.
No, I don't want to be nothing like Laporta. I just want to be the president.
All right, well, you've got it.
Yeah?
You've got it.
Yeah?
All those in favour, say aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And
aye.
high. And high and bye. So, What does that make me? So as president,
You can be the treasurer.
I'm not being the treasurer.
You have to do as I say now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
okay. You're better than that.
Can I be?
What? Yeah, what was your title?
I don't want to become secretary, really.
No, but what was the other titles there?
The other titles, a chairman, a secretary, and treasurer should be elected. Now,
Okay.
they're not glamorous, are they? They're not glamorous roles. The secretary,
You're more than a
the treasurer,
No.
bean counter.
But we can get them.
But I need a role within the football club.
Do you?
Like, what you're saying, stadium announcer?
Yes. Stadium announcer by John Fenley.
Could the owner of the Mini LP 17W... No, I'm not doing that. I mean, I will do that.
Is there...
How about...
Sorry, I've got one.
Go on.
Is there a role just under president?
Director of football.
That's the role. I think director of football, and I know why you've chose that. That's unsackable, isn't it? The director of football is that's why they all go upstairs. Mark Noble's very clever. Manager, director of football stays in the game longer than anyone at the football club apart from the president. So yeah, I'm going to give you that role. And I don't even need a fan to give me the hi to you.
So as director of football, does that mean I'm in charge of all, buying all the players and putting in place the style of play and all those kind of things? I'm probably not, am I?
You are. You get a big say. Because I'm one of them presidents who sits back. That's what I'm paying you for. I don't really want to come into your domain. I will help you. I will direct you how I see this football club fit to go forward. But once I get a manager, what are you again?
Director of football.
Director of football. Once I get one of them, I'll let them go.
Right, Jim. FC Bullard has a chairman. It has a director of football.
It doesn't have a chairman. It has a president.
Sorry, El Presidente. Now, every good establishment, be it a football club, be it the One Bell, be it...
HQ of Bullard FC.
Your local Sainsbury's, other supermarket chains, are available, but you need rules.
Yeah.
Especially at a swimming pool, because a pool without rules is a pool for fools. A set of club rules must be agreed. To assist you with this process, we have included a set of model rules that can be used as a basis. You'll be able to adapt them to suit your individual purposes. So, JB, a set of club rules must be agreed as El Presidente. And, you are
I know what
quite a strict boss. I know this for a factoid that you don't suffer fools gladly, and you like things done in the right way. Which, considering you were a bit of a maverick yourself, fair to say, during your playing days.
I wouldn't say maverick. I'd say a rule breaker.
Yeah,
you're right. But when you are head of something, you're right. You have to have rules. But how deep are we going to go on to these rules? Are these rules for the football club? Are these rules for the players? Like, story... I remember, right? Like, how deep are we going on this? Because I remember a player once, right? Remember two guy?
Yeah.
Like, if we're a president, so we can drop the rules to the players, yeah? Are our players allowed to smoke?
Well, I mean, I would say...
Because once I see the coolest thing ever. I come out of the change room at half-time against Blackburn, and you had two guy in his pants, in a vest, leaning up against the arch frame, having a bifter.
What, half-time?
Half-time, mate. I've come out and I've gone, Dan, get on this, boy. He's got his body down. He's having a bifter at half-time. Are our players allowed to do that? For me... Let the players be the players.
I mean, that's not...
But I thought it was so cool and rock and roll.
That's not a rule. That's like an anti-rule, isn't it? It's kind of like going...
Well, this is what I'm saying.
So, okay.
Like, where are we going with this? Like, straight away, I go right to what I knew as a player. Players don't like rules. Let me tell you. Players do not like... It's only the busy eggs that are crap, like rules. The good players, the Mavericks of the world, what you say... they don't need rules. So I think, as a club, we need rules.
Right.
But then, as a team, that's the managers say so. Again.
Okay.
But where are we going with it?
All right. I've
gone deep.
We want this. We want the team to succeed, don't we? We want everybody in the establishment, we want the whole club to succeed.
Absolutely.
And have respect. So you have to have some rules. And I'm going to suggest one.
Go on.
And I don't think you're going to like this. Being on time.
I knew you was going to say that. And I'll let you have that.
Thank you.
I'll let you have that because you do have kick-off. And to be fair, when I was a player, I was never late. Never late. And you're absolutely right. Being on time is going to be one of the rules. You hear Roy Keane say it a lot, don't you? You hear that's a big chat at the minute. A respect thing. There's 30 other players involved. Of course, you have to be on time. So, yeah, I'm going to give you that. That's standard. Like, to be fair, that's a standard rule.
It's basic, isn't it? It shouldn't really need to be a rule, should it?
Absolutely.
It's common courtesy. It's manners. So I would say, if someone was late, fines are obviously an important part of culture within a football club. What are we going to be looking at? I put my treasurer hat on. I didn't want the gig. Didn't want the treasurer gig, but I've got it at the moment because no one else is doing the job. What would you say would be a fair fine? If you were late, what would you get fined?
It all depends what club you was at.
Give me some examples of fines at the clubs that you were at. So when you were at Peterborough.
Oh, if you're late for a game at Peterborough, you had Barry Fry as a manager.
He wouldn't have had it.
No,
really.
But Barry Fryer, you say late for kickoff. I had Barry Fryer once on the back of a coach playing a card game with players, and we all got up and he went, "Sit down, my money's at the table." That's at 1:45.
No.
Yes, true story. Sit down, we all left, and he's like, "Sit down, my money's at the table, boys." And we're looking up on the coach, it's 1:45. And that was at the JGB Stadium at Wigan. That's a true story. Barry Fry wouldn't let us get up. He's the manager of the football club because his money was involved in that card game. So, and he was a great manager.
Yeah.
So, are you going to find players? Or do you want a manager that buys in with the players? Like, for me, fines should be dictated by manager. And guess what? We haven't got one.
All right.
So this is what I'm saying. For us, late, marked, 50 quid for being late. If you're asking me, put a figure on it at the minute. If we're late for this podcast, for FC Bullard, anyone coming in, whoever we're interviewing, if you are late, it's £50 out the satchel in the pot.
£50?
£50, yeah. We're going high. We're going heavy. We're not here to mess about. I'm not going to go no time. Investing my time into this football club if no one else is.
Right.
I've gone in.
Can I just flag something up?
Yeah.
I think what we should do is do it really. So if one of us is late, or whoever turns up is late, but I think 50 quid in my current circumstances. All right,
John.
Do you know what? I know what you're going to say.
But not now, because at the end of the day, it goes into the kitty.
Okay.
It goes into the staff's kitty, the whole club's kitty. We can buy things with that. It don't just go willy-nilly to the manager. It don't go that. It goes to the FC Bullard, in the kitty, all monies, and then we decide what we're going to do with that.
All right.
Distributed players, distributed staff, distributed through the club, buy something, help us buy a kit. I don't know. But that's where we're going to go with it. So from today, fines are included.
If you're late for this podcast, or I'm late for this podcast, or Rob or Ryan are late for the podcast...
Producer, director,
£5?
Anyone's late.
£5 fine?
Why all of a sudden you sort of underchafing me straight off the bat?
I'm just saying, I've been out of work.
I'll go a tenner.
I've been out of work for 6 months,
I'll go a tenner
Jim,
for you in the first 6 months. But I'll go tenner first 6 months because we're going to grow really quickly here.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll go tenner. And fans, if you start coming along to our podcast, FC Bullard, if you start coming along or you want to come in for a role for the job, if you're late, it's a tenner out of your bin as well, just so you know, right? It's everyone. Everyone. No, if the president ain't, what do you call it? If the president isn't free to
dish out fines,
and I've got to pay fines, so have yous.
Okay.
All right?
Fantastic.
So that's it. £10 cash.
Excellent. All right, we cleared that up. So any other rules?
Last night I thought about this. Being an ex-player myself, see, I'll go from president straight into player, right? Players are going to have fines. And they're going to have fines simply. I hated if a player isn't fit enough to play 90 minutes. So every player will be put through a serious fitness regime to play for the FC Bullard.
Because you were super fit, weren't you?
I was super fit. I took it. I think every player should be fit, though. I think that should be the state. Number one, are you fit enough to give what you need to give for FC Bullard and be one of our players? So, straight away, I'll lay that out there. The players got to be fit. The players have got to be ridiculously fit. I want the fittest team. Like, if you was going to say to me, Jim, what's the big thing? What needs to happen on that pitch? You have to be so fit.
Were you the fittest at every club that you played at?
I was the fittest player. Yeah, I was. There was only one player I ever come up against, Lee Martin at Ipswich. Because I used to do bleep tests back. I used to run backwards in beep tests. That's how fit I was. I won every beep test at every football club. I've even got a clipping. I'll bring it onto the next podcast. I've even got a clipping of Arsene Wenger calling me the marathon man.
Yeah.
It's not really what you want to be called as a football player, I'll be honest. But my stats, and we can talk stats all we want, and I'm sure we're going to have a podcast where we talk stats. But I used to run 12.5k a game to 13k a game, min. That's what I want all my players.
And you learn how to run on the mean streets of Bexley Heath.
And that's why I brought you down. Absolutely. And I used to, I did. My dad, I used to follow his car. I used to press the horn and it'd say sprint when I press the horn. When I press it again, stop. That's what I used to do every day. The old man used to take me out training. So I know the difference between being fit and then Bullard fit. There's a difference. There's a different animal here.
How much fitter do you think that the current players in the Premier League are compared to top players in your day?
Well, do you know what? Instead of me giving you a load of waffle, I'd love to do a little series on that. I would love to do you can do that because you can get stats from back then to now.
Good shout.
And I would love to do a stat on myself up against a Kante. And I'd love to see what he runs compared to me. I don't think they're as fit now. I don't think they do as much running. I think the ball does more work as well. And it also depends what team you're in. If you're making the ball do the work, like I don't believe the Man City players run as much as Wigan would back in the day, running after the ball. So there becomes that. It ain't just how much you run. It's like how clever is your running.
Yeah. What we can do is we can get a sports science expert to talk about the physiology of that and a training coach.
I would love that side.
We can
I
get
would
deep.
love...
Right into it, Jim. Get right into it.
This is what it's about, right?
Just really peel away at the onion. Do you know what I mean?
You love that. You love. He always says that to me. Peel away at the onion. Let's see what's underneath.
You are very fit, but I'm a little bit out of puff, so let's stop there and take a break.
Okay, John.
Exciting times, Jim.
Why?
We're going to talk about kits.
Well,
we're not going to talk about kits in detail, but that's something we need to think about.
Well, do you know what? There was 3 things excited me with this whole FC Bullard. One of these was the kit.
Yeah.
The next, I don't know if we're going to talk about it today quickly. We're touching it. It's a stadium.
Yeah.
And the third one being the manager.
Okay.
But going back to the kit. The kit, me and you.
Oh.
Like, if there's anything that grabs me and you, and there's probably a reason why we do this podcast, is the kit. We love fashion. We love design. And we can really get our teeth into this. And this is going to be definitely more than a one-piece podcast bit.
Sure.
Because we're going to go detail here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Now, straight away, when I say kit to you, Fenners, when you say kit, what comes to your head straight away? It could be a word, it could be a colour, it could be a theme. What comes to your head?
Classic.
Oh, that is so weird. Just to prove that I'm not blagging, top of my has to be classic.
Yep.
Top of my notes. Has to be classic.
I'm pretending I could read it, but I couldn't because I don't have my
Well,
glasses
no, just
on.
so you clear. Look, so they know I'm not blagging. President never blags. Top line there, yeah? Can you see it? Has to be classic, but with a modern twist.
Yes. I like you
So
thinking
we're
of El
straight off.
Presidente.
I'm really buzzing about this because we're
on the same page, aren't we?
tick.
That begs the question.
Go on.
Classic kit. Give me a couple of examples of, for you, classic kits.
I went on deeper and deeper, and I actually wrote the good, the bad, the ugly for kits, right?
Okay.
But what you do, right, what happened with my head, when I started going into this and I started going, what's the good kit? Because without the team, the kit don't exist and vice versa. So when you're looking at a Liverpool kit, red and white, but then you go back and you go, Crown Paints, Kenny Dalglish.
Yeah.
Now, that kit's a bit moody, but it ain't moody because Kenny Dalglish wore it and Liverpool had it and it was a winning kit. So do you understand what I'm saying? The kit is only as good as your team.
I love all the ideas about detail, though, because I love things like that.
I know you do.
Like the star on the England
Absolutely.
shirt. Do you know Soccer AM?
Go on.
We're responsible for getting the star on the England kit.
How?
England didn't have a star on their shirt like other nations who'd won the World Cup. So Tim said, let's try and...
I didn't know this.
Yeah. So let's get in touch with the FA. We got in touch with the FA and we got in touch with Umbro at the time who were making the kit. Got a petition going to get a star on the England shirt, and it happened. So
that's unreal.
It was the power of, the show, but also fan power.
I love it.
Which is what we need to.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to harness the fan power behind FC Bullard and really help us to drive this behemoth forward, James.
Can we get kit designers coming in to help us?
We can get kit designers. We can get
fashion designers,
because football kits are fashion now, aren't they?
Okay. So that's kits part of the side.
Yeah.
That's kits. Right, let's move on.
Stadia.
This is where it got really exciting for me. Like, to a point where you're going to laugh. And I went in. Because when you're a football player and when you're a footy fan, what's bigger than the actual stadium? What do you do before you reach the stadium? I'll answer it for you.
Please do.
It's to drive into the stadium. It's the walk that terrifies the fans. Now, when you used to go, perfect example when I played, when you drive into Everton and Liverpool, it's very old school. It's almost, Everton's like going down Coronation Street, isn't it? You got road and you imagine Ethel looking out the window. It's amazing. The set is amazing where it's built, right? Millwall, it's like concrete jungle. It's tunnels. It's the Den. It's a horrible place to go. I don't even want to go there. The fans are petrified, yeah? So our stadium. Right. And this is where I went deep. We can have it anywhere, Rob. We can be based anywhere in the world, yeah?
Yeah.
We're based in London. Bear with me here. You got North occupied with Spurs and Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got East all done with West Ham.
Yep.
South, dirty South, Millwall, Charlton, this territory.
Right.
And we've got West, Fulham, Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, apart from today, a stadium that's central. We're based in central London.
Oh, I love it.
Right? We are based right in the heart of it, right in the middle of the Thames. Bear with me, Pirates, Thames water. Bear with me. What I want here is a map with a compass, and I want to find the most central point, because what I said before at the start of this conversation is very important where we base ourselves. Yeah. It's very important. I want to base ourselves the most central point from north, east, south, west, right in the heart of the Thames River. I want to build it in the middle of the Thames.
See, I was getting really excited there because I thought you were going to say right in the middle, Covent Garden, right next to Pret a Manger, and I would have been like, yes.
No. Imagine we're in the capital. We are the central hub. That's where we're going to be. That's, all right, our HQ's here in the One Belt at the minute, but I want, once we design this, once we go big, that's going to be our base. It's going to be central London. There's no teams in central London.
You know what? I really like the idea.
Do you like it?
I like it.
I know I've gone deep,
and
but it has to have that deepness, to have a feeling, don't it?
Because I'm generally a little bit anti-London-centric sensibility. But this idea, I think, is a strong one because what I like, Jim, everything for a reason. Everything for a reason. And I think you've thought this through, and I like it. And I think we're not just building a club here, but we're building a brand. Notwithstanding that, I think we do need to think about where our fans are. You know, and maybe 6 months down the line, we can do a little survey and work out, actually, in Wigan, your old stomping ground, 60% of our listeners are from Wigan. So we might need to think, we need to maybe go to where our fans are. Just a thought.
Absolutely.
But I love your idea.
For me, I wanted to build our stadium in a place where no other club's done before. Central London, in the middle of the Thames, surrounded by water. How'd you get there? You have to come and walk the plank. The Pirates. You have to come from north, east, south, west. There's 4 ways of getting into it. That's it. In my head, I called it the ship and everything. Honestly.
How'd you get down? How are you? I got on the train down King's Cross and then I got on a Spanish galleon, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah,
then,
so what with a plank?
Listen, and then I thought, what do you want your stadium to look like? Right? What you going to go for? Are we going to go for an old-fashioned... In my head, shall I tell you what come in my head first of all?
Yeah, I know what you would have been in your head. You'd have it encrusted in sequins like a pearly king and pearly queen.
Totally. No. It's totally not what I'm for. No, just because we come from... we're the modern Central London. We're the modern.
Love it.
We've got old... So I thought, straight in my head, Rob, bear with me on it, this is big for me. I thought Colosseum. It has to look like a Colosseum. It has to be where we go to war. Right? It could be modern, but it can't have a roof. Because I tell you what a roof does. Blocks all our view out. Because we're going to be in the middle of the Thames. We're going to see Big Ben, the Shard, the Gherkin. But we're going to see all this. Yeah, honestly. So when you look at old footage of... And with this, I went mega deep, right? I went... Right, who are the... what's the word I'm looking for? When you're against each other. Who the biggest rivalries in football, right? Because that's what you got to look at. When you went into grounds, I went, who's the biggest rivalries? I'm getting really excited.
It's good, Jim. I like it.
Really excited. And this is where it went for me, right? I went Fenerbahce, Galatasaray.
All right.
I went on YouTube and you could see, like, it was raucous. It was unbelievable. And then I went Celtic Rangers.
Yeah.
And it's all religion, right? It's all dictated by religion. It's all, like, heavy-duty stuff. And then I went, one team topped all of that. Can you guess who they are? Boca Juniors and River Plate. Right? Their footage, their fans, if we ain't copying that, I want to know why. I want to know what we ain't a Fulham. We're not going to be drinking their champagne. I remember being bottom of the league, right? We're 3 points off relegation. We're 3-0 down. They're drinking their champagne. They're clapping us off. What the fuck? That ain't us. No. I want to be spat at. I want to be like, what are you doing? Screaming from the rafters, ripping you to shreds. Like, if you are, like, we've got to build, it's got to be animal. It's got to be that.
It's an amphitheatre.
It is a day thing. You don't go to watch the footy. You go there to events. A carnival. It's a carnival, yeah? That's what I want.
Gladiators.
Gladiatorial.
Do you know what? In an amphitheatre.
John.
I'm there, I've got it.
That's what I see. I see that stadium so used fans can see the future.
For the record, Jimmy is showing a still image of Boca Juniors.
That Boca Juniors ground has no roof. You can still see the buildings of London where we are in the middle of the Thames. If you have a roof, you're going to block all that. You don't want that. You want to be able to see it and visualise it because it's your little baby. But that's too old school, isn't it? That's old-fashioned. It's almost falling down. And then...
Let's have a look at this next picture.
I went online.
Is this going to be good?
And I see what Boca Juniors are designing.
Wow.
Now, that
Yeah, that's
is what I call bar the roof taken off. So you imagine it's built on water, exactly what we are, in the middle of central London. You take the roof off, you have it angled like Colosseum, you have our colours around here. That is going to be our future.
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
It's got to be something like that. It's got to be something like that. Or you can go old school, old fashioned, Millwall Den. There you go. The old Millwall Den. So there's the two differences, right?
Yeah.
And while I'm on it, sorry, that was the overall.
Oh yeah, that's
That I think is every football fan's dream. And you see what they're doing now in America? They're doing like these big screens. They're doing these big screens in the middle of the pitch. Have you seen it?
And the roof goes into the screen.
Oh, mate, it's nuts. It's nuts. So we can have that. Not the roof, but we can have them big screens. Like, unbelievable. Yeah. It could be the best stadium. Like, Tottenham Stadium's good, but this is going to be incredible. Now, we ain't obviously going to design our own stadium, are we? But we can make a model. We can have someone come in, design it, and get it close to the mark, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
We can do what we want, Jim.
I'm really excited.
Where was
I'm really excited.
What's the favourite stadium that you played in, Jim, or you really used to get excited about going to?
Well, this is it's a really good question, right? I played in all the leagues, from non-league. The only league I missed was Division 2. So there was like stadiums like the old Cardiff Stadium.
Right. Ninian Park.
But the players made it. You had like Leo Fortune West. Leo, fuck 'em up, Leo. You had all the Cardiff fans singing that, and he used to come on 6.5 foot. He used to sharpen his elbows. He used to clatter you. Graham Kavanagh almost looked like Sergeant Major. So you had the characters build that stuff. This is what I'm saying about kit. Like, it ain't just about one thing.
No.
It's about the whole atmosphere and who the characters bring in that. It's like...
It's identity, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So it ain't just about the ground. It's the drive into the den. Like the den was the old den. Because I was at Millwall from a 10-year-old to a 15-year-old, and I didn't get YTS. I got let go. But we used to train.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know. How do I not know that?
Yeah, I was at Millwall. I was a slight kid. They let me go because I wasn't big enough. This could be this is another bit of a podcast. Why we missed out on players back then and now, because it wasn't on technical ability. It was all on growth and winning. No, it should be about technical ability and growing the player and the talent, right? That's what it should be on, and that's what Spain done. That's why they come up with Xavi's, Busquets, and you hear them all talk about it now. But that happened to me. Sorry to go off on one. And we used to train at the old den, at the old ground, in the car park as a 12, 13, 14-year-old, where the turnstiles were. We trained there. That's how mad it was.
Wow.
But the old den, to answer your original question, the old den was frightening. Frightening. Horrible place even to walk into. Now, I know I'm talking about horrible because that's what I want our team to be. I want it to be fearful when you come to our place, right? But there's also lovely ground. Like, then you've also got the stadium. Like, when you come into Old Trafford, you drive in and it's almost like a shopping centre. And you see it from afar and you have that kind of feel. But for me, the likes of Anfield, Everton, who I've said, like Leeds. Away at Leeds. Fuck. Goosebumps. I scored the winner away at Leeds. 78 minute, I went through one-on-one. And I scored it at away end in front of the Wigan fans. That was like as epic as it gets for a football player. Like that, for me, that's like the pinnacle of my career. When you do things like that, Newcastle, another grand where it's just like, that's almost got that Colosseum feel. It just up and up and up and black and white magpies. It's like, Jesus, and the music they have. Yeah. We got to have that. You're going to love that.
That's a big one.
And the songs. So, to answer your question,
it's tricky, isn't it? Trying to pick one, but you've
do you know what I loved? I always remember a grand, Kenilworth Road, Luton.
Yeah.
Going in there, and it was like the pitch was rock hard. It was like, oh my God, like there's probably only 12,000 fans, and it's like, what the hell, where up? But it was epic. The atmosphere in that cauldron was amazing. So it's an hard one to answer because you go from Division 1 all the way up to the Prem.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, and I'm not just saying it because of you. Like when I went there, it was all mahogany. It was all like this wood.
Yeah.
In the changing room, it was all you could smell it. The
deep heat.
Not deep heat. The deep undermath of like wood and veneer.
Right.
And then you was in the changing room, and it was really. I remember it being really low like this, right? And you just heard all the seats going, where people were getting up to let the person through their seat. I remember that when I was getting my pads on right at the end, and the stadium's filling up. You could hear them above you getting in. But it's all changed now because I've seen images online. It's all gone modern. They have it in a circle. It's amazing what they can do in small spaces. But that for me was like, going back there, like changing rooms and the deep. Yeah.
Did you touch the sign when you went out?
Yeah. Obviously everyone does, don't they? But just amazing. Them grands, like. It's no coincidence. The grands are the grands for a reason.
Yes.
But I would just like to add my added, like, going away to Cambridge. Like, Peterborough v Northampton was a local derby. That to me was my, that was nuts. On a Tuesday night, floodlit at Northampton.
Yeah.
I've got to produce
So you've probably got fond memories of certain grounds because of the occasion and what took place there.
Occasions, everything.
Yeah.
Everyone goes on about Champions League night, Celtic v Valencia, whoever that is. That'd be an amazing occasion. But it won't be the same on a Tuesday night under floods when they're playing Raith Rovers.
No.
It's the occasion.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Do we agree on that?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like Fenerbahce v Galatasaray. It's the occasion. That stadium will not be the same. Liverpool. You go. Yeah. Liverpool v... What's a different atmosphere when you go Liverpool to when they're playing West Brom? What is it? Liverpool v... What's the best night you've ever been at Liverpool?
Liverpool Celtic was a great night. Well, it was
the occasion.
It's the occasion, yeah.
So your stadium, and this is what I'm going on about. Your kit's only as good as the players. The players are only as good as the stadium. The club's only as good as the stadium. The stadium is only as good as the occasion.
Jim, I'm sure you'll agree there is a lot to do, but I did get on the front foot this morning and I actually had a conversation with a private investor.
Who?
I can't tell you it's private.
You can't do that to me. I thought you really had a private investor.
No, it was just a bit of fun. Anyway,
well
we need help. We need help.
There's a lot to go through here.
A lot with everything. We need you guys. We need the listeners.
We need yous
to get in touch.
Yeah.
On the socials, FC Bullard. We need kit designs.
Oh, mate.
We need a crest design.
Slogan design. Slogan,
yes.
Slogan
like a motto.
Like a little motto, yes. The music the players run out to.
Exactly.
Stadium designer. All of this. So much.
But it's exciting, isn't it?
I'm excited. You can tell from my energy. I'm excited. I believe in it. I want it to happen. I really want Pirates to be our name, but we'll work on that. I can tell from your face you're disgusted with it. I want it to happen. We need your help. FC Bullard. All your social medias, yeah?
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Ooh-ar.
I love it. Come on, the Pirates. Come on, FC Bullard. We're on our way to Wembley. We're on our way to Wembley.